Welcome into another Purple Insider Extra. Jonathan Harrison here, once again joined by Purple Insider's Matthew Coller. And new Vikings defensive coordinator Brian Flores had his introductory press conference on Wednesday with the Twin Cities media. What were some of your key takeaways from that half-hour press conference?
Yeah, the biggest takeaway probably to me was the synergy that they're trying to create with Kevin O'Connell. And I don't want to say definitively that Kevin O'Connell and Ed Donatell weren't on the same page, but Ed Donatell's not here anymore. And Kevin O'Connell on numerous occasions talked about wanting different things from the defense that he seemingly never got. And I think that the communication and connection between Flores and O'Connell is two guys that have a background of working with Bill Belichick, O'Connell as a player, and Brian Flores as a long time from scout to coach. And ultimately got a head coaching job in Miami because of his work in New England. Like, they have some similar backgrounds and experiences. And they talked a lot about how when they were going through the interview process, that they were connecting on football philosophy. Now, a lot of the conversation is vague to the public. So it's, yes, we want to be aggressive and things like that.
I'm aggressive by nature. Philosophically, that's something that I believe in.
And I don't know of anyone who ever says in a press conference, actually, we want to be soft. I mean, usually they say that, but the amount that they talked about it, I think, was important because they're going to have to work together to rebuild this defense in kind of a shared vision. I think what Kevin O'Connell maybe found out in a similar way with Mike Zimmer and Norv Turner years ago, that you can't just have one guy run the defense and one guy run the offense. When you're the head coach, you're responsible for absolutely everything. And having Brian Flores there with a similar vision, especially on a defense where they have a lot of difficult decisions to make, is important that they make them together. So nobody is saying, if it doesn't work, oh, well, you wanted this and I wanted that. So that's important. I also think that Brian Flores's past experiences of being a head coach are helpful here as well, because Kevin O'Connell's going into his second year as a head coach, had a lot of success in his first year, but it doesn't get easy at any point of being a head coach. It's always hard. And having Mike Pettin, who's done it before, Brian Flores, who's done it before, guys like that on the staff, I think is really helpful for him. So I came out of it thinking about that quite a bit and how that could improve things in the relationship between the offensive and defensive coordinator. And from Brian Flores' perspective, I think a lot of the questions that we have still remain questions. I mean, the biggest one being, how much will you rebuild? How much will you keep the current parts? And that's something that we didn't really get an answer to. Again, he was much more broad about what the types of players he's looking for and things like that. But I think we do know that the philosophy is going to change and that it will connect with what Kevin O'Connell was asking for a lot from last season from Ed Donatell, and that he never got.
That's been another Purple Insider Extra for Bring Me the Sports. Be sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the Purple Insider Podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Talk to you next time.